Hello guys and welcome back to Hey Manager with me Alex, and today we're going to get straight into episode 30 of the FM Borussia Dortmund save, where we are playing Liverpool at home in the Champions League phase. We've been doing pretty well since last time. I've got to admit, I'll pick up from where we finished off. So, since last time, we had a bit of a mixed bag of results. We had a nice 1-0 away from home to Bayer Leverkusen. We saw Moussa Diaby sent off in the 35th minute, and then we really pushed in this game, really pushed. If you look at the stats, I mean, we should have probably won this by a country mile, but 14 shots, 8 on target, 1.5 XG, had 55% possession, and Moukoko, being denied a goal in the 47th minute, manages to get a big win in the 93rd minute. I pushed all my players forward. As you can see here, we had so many opportunities, so many chances on goal. Bayer Leverkusen didn't have a sniff in the second half, only 2 chances for them, but we came out just about on top with a 1-0 win. Then Villarreal in the Champions League, we managed to beat them 4-1. Rooney Bargi with 2, Almada with 1, Moukoko with 1, Jeremy Pino, another wonder kid, getting a goal in that game. Then Wolfsburg, a nice 4-0 win against them. Wolfsburg really falling off a cliff of late. Vitor Roque coming back into form, Ansu Fati with a brace, and Almada with a penalty goal. Then, a bit of a tough one. It went to 2-2 at full time, then in extra time, Ansu Fati and Lionel Messi getting the goals to put us through into the Pokal, I think it's quarter-final against Bayer Leverkusen. And then we played at Eintracht Frankfurt. Jesper Lindström, this man, the most frustrating guy on earth. I don't know how, but he scored 2 peaches of goals. I mean, look at this. He's worth 58 million. He looks like a fantastic player. He's wanted, in fact, by Al Hilal. Looks like a really strong player. He came in and absolutely abused my defensive line, I've got to admit. 2 wonder strikes. First one, a header, glancing header going backwards into the far corner. Cobble couldn't reach it, just looped over him. And the second one was an absolute thunder strike. You should have seen the speed of which it went into the back of the net. It was unbelievable. Ansu Fati and Moukoko scoring the first 15 minutes. I thought we'd have an easy ride. And then the second half was an absolute crunch. I mean, if you look at the goal, expected goals, nice arena by the way. Look at the expected goals, 2.16 to there, 0.84. We should have won this game. We had better opportunities, but they just played it very cautious and a lot of time wasting. You can see fantastic by us. And then the first part of the second half, wow, we had so many chances in this first half of the second half. We should have scored loads, and then it just fizzled out. They didn't really let us get anything in edgeways. So anyway, the Liverpool game, I thought I'd bring you this. It's going to be a big one. We're going to go positive. Got the team selection ripe and ready. We do not have a right back. I am looking forward to finally, and I mean finally, I think is this our last game? No, it's not. We've got PSV and, right, we've got 2 easy games. I'll say easy games. 2 games there that we could probably rotate out. But I'm looking forward to actually getting a right back into our registration here, because at the moment, down here you can see Mafio and Gosens and even Ryerson, all 3 of them we don't actually have available because they just weren't registered. I completely forgot to register a right back. I don't know why. I was trying to get in the new signings, trying to get bigger players in like Messi, all them types of players, and then completely forgot about my lapse of judgment. So I've been trying to develop Ruggieri to play this right back role, because if he can play this right back role, which I know he can, he's got great crossing on him. I think he could be pretty good here. So let's see how he fares. In the lineup today, Cobble, Hincapi, Kimpembe, Tamori comes back into the side, and Ruggieri. Then in the midfield, Martel and Verst. Out left is Fati, out right is Bargi. In behind the striker Almada, and then Moukoko in there as well. Bargi, he's been in fine form from this right-hand side. He's probably our second top goal scorer, I think, so far this season with 12. I've been playing him as an inside forward. He can play there very well. He can do 15 long shots, 15 finishing. I'm going to start playing him as an inverted winger support because he suits that a bit better. I mean, I want to see how he fares in that role. If he still gets the same amount of results, brilliant. But I want to see if he can play in that role instead. So yeah, anyway, let's get into the game. Vitor Roque has been in great form. He's been asking for a bit more game time. I've been showing him that of late, picking him up, and he looks like a well-rounded player now. I mean, 16, 16, 14 for that triplet of dribbling, finishing, and first touch. Great technique. And look at these off-the-ball decisions and composure and anticipation, all 15. Physicality, 15 strength, 15 stamina, 15 pace, 14 balance, 16 agility, 15 acceleration. This guy should be the real package. He should be the real deal now. I've been training him as a complete forward, and he's absolutely ready to be playing in that position now. I mean, look at that. 3 non-competitive games, 9 goals in it. 7 games, 5 goals, 5 off the bench. I think he's ready to really step up now, and I need to try and find a formation that has 2 up front, 2 out wide. It's going to be difficult to find. But anyway, let's get into the game. Let's submit our team against Liverpool, get to the match, and see how we line up against a strong, strong Liverpool side. Here we go. We're in the Champions League. Borussia Dortmund, Moukoko, Fati, Almada, Bargi, Martel, Wirtz, Hincapi, Kimpembe, Tomori, Ruggieri, and Cobble all lining up to play for us. Then we look at this Liverpool side who are without Salah. Yes, Salah is actually at the AFCON, the African Cup of Nations. So Ramos takes his place. I think, well, Ramos is up front, but obviously Harvey Elliott takes his place. Ramos up front, who's going to be looking to get the goals for this club now. Yeah, this is going to be really good, though. The music, I'm hoping, is a good volume. I've got that sorted out since last time. And yeah, here we go, lining up against a strong Liverpool side, an ageing one at that. No Van Dijk anymore. He's gone off to Saudi Arabia. And let's have a look at the side they've got. So there's Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Fabinho. Fabinho, interestingly, still in this squad. I think he's looking a bit old now as Rooney Bargi. We pick it up in the first 3 minutes here. Takes it past his man. Beats his man perfectly. Ansu Fati waiting on the near post. Almada gives it back to Rooney. He's going to take a strike. And you'd expect him to probably score from that angle. But I think it was a good save by Alisson there. Our short corner technique, Wirtz. He's going to play it in, I think, short to Almada. Gives it back to Wirtz. Tries to find Rooney Bargi. Can't. And Szoboszlai puts out for a throw-in. And that'll probably be the end of that highlight. As now there's another highlight here. Alexander-Arnold plays McAllister through. He's got good cross on him. Can he find the ball across? He can find him, but gets smothered by Cobble. And that's the end of that highlight. Let's just encourage the lads. You know, we are at home. We should be going probably a bit more positive than this. Just being aware of Liverpool's strengths. But I'm playing it balanced because I think we could probably try and push forward in this one. So far, so good, though. I think it's been a pretty even game so far. And we are currently top of the league in the Champions League, which means there's no playoff games to be played. Hands on hips, we can very much win this match. Keep up the hard work. I think at the moment we're playing all right. Do I think we can push forward a little bit better? No. I think maybe perhaps if we play Rooney Bargi, Rooney Bargi's having a very good game this inverted winger. Let's get him forward a bit more, and let's, he has been pretty good in that inside forward role. Let's switch this back around and play Almada a bit more of an attacking midfielder support in behind there. Wirtz can play that deep line playmaker role still. He's not particularly great there, but he can keep it on there. And let's just go to the dressing room and start the second half. But yeah, we are top of the league, which means hopefully no playoffs for us if we can try and get another 2 wins out of our last few games. I mean, you're looking at PSV and France Foss, or what are they called. I'm hoping that potentially we can try and get more out of that, because if we stay within, we've got 5 points, we only probably need a win from one of them. As we've got a highlight here, in fact, let me just pause this. Rooney Bargi cutting in from the right-hand side, gives it Wirtz, who gets tackled by Konate now, and Konate is going to come forward, not his natural position, but he's doing well to push it forward here. Gives it back to Harvey Elliott, back into Konate now, who finds McAllister, who looks like he was probably offside when he hits the post. Rooney Bargi now gets that away. Almada comes forward. It's our time to go forward, and he probably gets tackled here, Rooney Bargi. Luis Diaz, it's out for a throw-in. And that was a big threat there. A big, big threat. Moukoko is picked up as an injury, and this is not a good sign. What's this injury saying? Knee injury, potentially. Vitor Roque is going to come in to take his place. Ansu Fati looking a bit tired. Let's bring on Nonto in that position. Wirtz looking a bit tired as well. Let's bring in Tony Cruz, a bit of an experience out there. Let's put Almada out wide and bring on Lionel Messi. Why not, eh? Just bring in the backup. And then also, let's put some Schlotterbeck into this position on this right-hand side to replace the man Tomori on that right-hand side. Ruggieri on that right-hand side. Almada picks it up now into Martel. I'll get back onto the opinion of the league phase in a minute. Almada inside now, in towards Moukoko, who's got that knee injury. Markel runs it back. Hincapi, he's not got the greatest cross on him. Wirtz into Martel, Kimpembe, Hincapi now. We're playing it nicely around the back. I'm waiting for us to get a ball inside here. And, we're just playing it nicely in triangles. Wirtz, can he find the ball outwards? Tomori now. Come on, Ruggieri picks it up. Come on, boys. We're just going backwards at this point. We're getting pushed. We're getting pushed and further back. Get it forwards. Get it into these areas. Hincapi, what can he do? Finds Wirtz. Can he find a ball forward? He can. Fati inside. Almada, here we go. We're pouncing forwards. Almada, can he find the ball across? He can't. And it just looked like a very poor shot on goal, in all honesty, as it hit the goalkeeper. It probably tried to sneak it in the near post, and we made our 3 substitutions. So, that was a big breath of air. Now then, there's another highlight. I'm trying to get onto the league phase. The league phase, basically, I'm looking to try and get at least one more win out of it, because we can not have to play these stupid knockout playoff games, these 2 these two games, Wiffer comes forward and Cobble with a good save. But yeah, these two stupid playoff games, both home and away, there should be one game that you play, and it's dependent on where you finish. If you're in the top half of it, you're at home, and if you're in the bottom half, you're away from home, because obviously you haven't managed to get enough points. It means that if you perform better in the top half of these playoff spots, in these blue areas here, if you perform better there, then you should be able to get, a bit more of a benefit. As, come on boys, last few minutes of the game, let's fire them up. Robertson sits over a corner. Hold on. Apparently there's been a penalty there. Now there's a bunch of bodies. I couldn't see anything about that. It looked perfectly fine to me. As what have we called here? We've called for a penalty out of nowhere. And who's this? McAllister steps over it. And he puts it past Cobble. And that is just so upsetting. So upsetting. Let's try and push this forward now. That's really annoyed me, actually. That's really annoyed me. How is that a penalty? I have no idea. But anyway, back onto the topic of the group phase as McAllister tucks this home against Cobble. I'd love to know why that was a penalty. Cobble should have really got there. I think he just didn't commit to it. But yeah, this group phase, essentially, I'm hoping that we can probably try and just naturally go through. That's what I'm hoping anyway from this. Because these playoff stages, it's very stupid over the two legs. It's really frustrating to play out two legs, especially at that stage of the season. Just try and keep players fresh, try and avoid as many injuries as we can. And it's just two less games to play as Darwin Núñez goes on a prowl and we managed to keep that away. Cobble with a great save. Coming up to the end of the game now, a 1-0 loss. It's looking like, I think it's pretty undeserved. I know the XG screams otherwise, but we weren't good enough. It's just as it is, but again, a bit of a rough one to take considering that Liverpool probably shouldn't have had a penalty there. Thank God Moukoko, it's only a 4 to 6 day injury. We've got fitness concern for Rooney because he's played so many games. Other than that, that Liverpool game, we put out our strongest side that we could. I mean, it's annoying, Ruggeri played a very good game there. Kimpembe didn't really show up, nor did Moukoko, and he did pick up an injury as well. But yeah, upsetting really. We should have probably got a draw out of that one. But anyway, let's get into the outro. So yeah, thanks you guys for watching the landmark episode 30. This has been, Liverpool in the Champions League. I'll probably just see out the group phases now and see where we end up next time. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one. From me, Alex, have a great day. Ciao.